Okay, this video is going to help you with the concept that we learned today on November 8th, and that is combining like terms and then doing the math to prove that you can combine like terms. So this first one here I have 3 times 2x, 4x plus 3x, 6x plus 2 minus 3x. We want you to realize that you could write this as 3 times 2x, or you could times this and get 6x. Plugging in 5 will prove I could do this. So here we go. First one, 3 times 2x. I could write it like that, or I could times these two together. Unlike terms, you could times them. That gives you 6 of those x's. Another way to write it. So 3 of those 2x's or 6 of those x's. They are the same. For me to check it, I'm going to plug in a value x is 5 to show the math. So if I take this original 3 in parentheses 2 times that x number 5, that gives me 2 times 5 inside there, which is 10. 3 times 10 gives me 30. If I plug 5 into 6x, it should give me that same value, 30. If it does, it shows these are equivalent. It shows that you can do this. So 6 times 5 does give me 30. Both those are equivalent. Both those give you the same value when you plug in x is 5. All right, second one, 4x and 3x. These are like terms. You can add these up. 4x and 3x, that adds up to give me 7 of those x's. That is another way of writing it. To prove that these are equivalent, I'm going to plug in x is 5 into both. So the first one, I'm going to plug 4 times 5 plus 3 times 5, and again I just chose 5 just for a random value, and that gives me 4 times 5, which is 20, plus 3 times 5, which is 15. So 20 plus 15, that gives me 35. If I took this equivalent 7x and plugged in 5 in there, I should get that same 35. If I do, it shows that those are equivalent. You can combine like terms. All right, this one, I'm going to combine like terms and then show you how not to combine like terms and show you what happens when you get that. So again, these are both equivalent. Those are good. My last one here. All right, so for this, I could either leave it like this or combine 6x and negative 3x to get 3x and leave the 2 alone. Those are equivalent. Never add or subtract all these together. You could never add these to get 5x. Those are unlike terms. I'm going to show you the math to support this. So if I plug in 5 into either of these, I should get the same answer because they're equivalent. If I plug in 5 here, I should get the wrong answer. So 6 times 5 plus 2 minus 3 times 5, plugging in x is 5 into this original equation right here, or expression, and that gives me 30 plus 2 minus 15, following order of operations, which gives me 32 minus 15, which is 17. Or if I take 3x plus 2, I should be able to plug in 5 there and get that same 17 answer. So 3 times 5 gives me 15 plus 2 gives me 17. If I plug in 5 into this 5x one, I'll show you how it does not work. 5 times 5 is 25. There's no way that's equivalent to the other ones. Never can you combine unlike terms, adding or subtracting. You could times, but adding or subtracting, it has to be exactly the same before you could add or subtract. All right, hopefully this helps.